So I just did one earlier, showing a certain type of person on the other side who doesn't seem to understand how the world works. They tried to say that the right are hypocrites because they have credit cards and take out loans, and they're like, oh well, oh you about handouts, when they clearly don't understand that you have to pay loans back and handouts you don't. But anyway, here we have another individual who clearly doesn't understand how the world works. So let's see what this person has to say.
So I'm at Fred Meyer. It's the local Kroger store in my area, and holy shit, they have fucking baby formula behind bars. What? I guess Kroger likes to starve children. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
I guess Kroger just likes to starve children. Yes. They love starving children so much that they're keeping that food in the store for people to purchase. Again, this is a person who will sit there and claim that they're college educated and look down on you because you didn't go to college. They clearly don't understand the way the world works. And also, they're not behind bars, they're behind glass. So, young person of unspecified gender, let me tell you why those things are behind glass. All right, come sit on Grandpa's lap for a moment and let me tell you how the world works. You see, in stores, they tend to lock things behind bars or glass. They tend to lock items that are higher probability of being stolen, because obviously baby formula is fucking expensive. Baby stuff in general is expensive. So those high value products get stolen a lot, which means that is a loss of profit for the store. Now, remember, it's a store, it's a business. They're there to make money. So if you have a bunch of high value items being stolen, you're not making anything, are you? Or not making as much as you should, rather. Because you're still making money, but you're just not making as much as you could because those high value items, instead of being paid for, are being stolen. So, in order to protect profit, some stores have to lock the high value items behind the bars or behind the glass, and then you need to go to an employee and say, hey, I'd like to get that. You see it all the time. I mean, I don't know how this is odd, because you go to like Walmart or whatever and you have like the video games and stuff behind glass. They don't just have them out. You have the consoles, you have video games, and those have been like that for ages. I remember going to the store as a kid, and all the video games and stuff are behind in this big old glass box. Why? Because they're expensive. Expensive. And to prevent people from stealing expensive items, now, does it always work? Depends on if they're using bulletproof glass. Because if it's any other glass, that's just... But things get stolen, and especially in certain areas. So in order to protect their profits, they have to do shit like this. Clearly, this is a store where people come in and have a tendency to steal baby food and baby formula and diapers and this and that. It's kind of like how Walmarts have to glass up their, hair products and makeup and this and that, because people come in and steal them. Again, I don't know what is so hard to understand here. These people go through life. This person has lived how many years of their life, and they think that, oh yes, Kroger just doesn't like to feed children. coming from someone who will look down on you and your intelligence, claiming that because you didn't go to college, somehow you're inferior to this person, when clearly common sense, critical thinking, and logic obviously are not their strong suit. If they did go to college, I guarantee you it was for something stupid. Guarantee. How do you go through this? Again, when I was a kid, I remember going to the stores and seeing stuff behind the glass. This was in the 90s. This isn't some kind of new occurrence. But you know, let's see what the comments have to say. I'm sure most of them are completely irrelevant and just referring to this person's appearance. Or stuff like this. That's just good policy in general. That's a dude. One of the most stolen items. Empty heads are pretty entertaining. Kudos. Doesn't understand security. Number one stolen item, clown. Stealing will not be tolerated. What an idiot. It's locked up because thieves steal it, and it's expensive. The F, no starving children more on just thriving idiots. These freaks don't understand anything. Because it's being stolen. You fucked up tooth moron. Let's see if we can refresh and hopefully have some more entertaining comments. Only 38 comments, Jesus. Oh my God, it's not an act, is it? You really are that stupid. Translation, stealing food is a human right. Besides the fact that he looks completely out of it, stores are putting inventory behind locked doors because of retail theft. Yeah, as long as people in certain cities allow others to steal with no repercussions, you know, before they know it, suddenly stores are closing down, and then everyone there's like, oh my God, where are we gonna go do our shopping? Well, you should have thought about that and voted accordingly before voting for people who are just gonna let theft just happen. Saying that, oh, they're just stealing loaves of breads for their family, when we're walking out with expensive items like fucking TVs and shit. But no, they're just trying to feed their families. AOC. You're late to the party, son. Baby formula is stolen in such massive quantities, it's been locked up for years. A can of unexpired baby formula is still massively traded on the black market, just like a bottle of Tide laundry detergent, which is also locked behind glass. Something that has to be locked up. Again, imagine living your life, getting to be this age, and not knowing about theft and why people decide to put things behind glass in bars. But of course, these people cheer on the theft, claiming, oh, all that stuff they're stealing is a human right, and these companies shouldn't care because they have insurance and they just can make back all that money. Again, these college-educated individuals who have no idea how the real world works. Proving once again that going to college and getting a degree and whatever crap useless study you went for doesn't make you a very smart person. If you lack common sense, logic, and critical thinking skills, that college degree isn't going to do shit for you. So thank you, people on the left who are like this person, because not all of you are. But the people who are like this, thank you for proving every fucking day how college is failing everyone. People say college is useless and just a waste of time. Thanks to these people, it's proving it every single day. And these people vote. These people are the ones out there grandstanding, trying to be the arbiters of what's right and wrong and this and that. And they don't even have the common sense to figure out why things are behind glass. And when they know, they just justify, like, oh, people trying to feed their families. Right. So stores that are there to make money should just let people steal stuff and just not make any money. To the point where they go out of business, and then suddenly, oh no, people in that town no longer have places to steal from because all the places of business are closing down since they're not making any money. Hope it was worth it. Anyway. It's all so tiresome. It really is. It's so tiresome listening to these people. They think they know, but they don't. Again, they can be as, book smart. They can know all the fancy words they want. Doesn't make up for a lack of common sense, critical thinking skills, and logic. It just doesn't. Because if you don't have those three things, you're not going to make it in life at all. You are not going to make it. You're not going to make it. But, moral of the story, if you have a location, a store, and there are items that tend to be stolen more than anything else, you're most likely going to see those items behind a glass wall. Just as it was with video games back in the day, which they still do, higher value items that tend to get stolen are going to be put in a place where they can't be stolen. I don't know what's hard to understand. Anyway, that's going to do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.